we do know that with that AT&T, I believe, yeah, it was AT&T got rid of their entertainment wing. They said, fuck this entertainment shit. We tried to enter into it. We're not doing this anymore. And the whole Warner Media, that got merged with Discovery. And what you're seeing is a lot of shaking and moving from the leadership with these mega corporations. A lot of entertainment assets are under that wing. Now, I'm not telling you to ever believe that Discovery would change shit. Definitely would like DC Comics. You're on your own with that, and I don't think you should. Actually, I don't think that you should expect and anticipate that they're going to change, especially consider that under Discovery they put out that that little drag bullshit. What was that? I don't know. That stuff that we covered. That was Discovery doing that. So don't expect them to change in that regards. But CNN, upon which we have discovered or talked about rather, and let me pull this up real quick actually, because according to reports, CNN is evaluating their talent, which is interesting enough. CNN's new boss, Chris Licht, I guess, Licht, is evaluating whether personalities and programming that grew polarizing during Trump era can adapt the network's new priority to be less partisan. And we have reported on that. There were rumors, people with insider knowledge that were going around saying that, well, hold up, my bad. Wrong thing. Bam. No, that's the wrong article. All right, anyway. But yeah, we'll go around saying that they wanted to overhaul CNN. They wanted to change CNN to basically be for the better. And the one of the issues that they certainly had was the fact that definitely during, I think they've always been left leaning, but certainly during the Trump era, it got bad. It basically became MSNBC effectively. And they want to change that. So if Tyler cannot adjust to less partisan tone and strategy, they could be ousted, three sources familiar with the matter tells Axios. Chris wants to give personalities that may appear polarizing a chance to prove that they're willing to uphold network's values so that they don't tarnish CNN's journalism brand. But it's too late. If you wanted to try to revive CNN or like have a news wing that was more moderate, that just reported and actually did journalism, you probably should have just ended CNN and just started the new whatever that you guys wanted to call it. That is long beyond us. The CNN's journalism brand has been tarnished and it ain't returning. And it says for on-air talent, that includes engaging in respectful interviews that don't feel like PR stunts. For producers and bookers, that includes making program decisions that are focused on nuance, not noise. Between the lines, CNN's tone became more partisan and combative during the Trump era under the leadership of former CNN president Jeff Zucker, which I just brought up. To conservative critics, some on-air personalities like Jim Acosta and Brian Stelter have become the face of the network's liberal shift. Well, they have. And you can add that other guy that you guys ousted as well. I mean, Don, it's so many people that are a part of your project that are just leftists. You know what I mean? They don't even attempt to present themselves as if they're like not Democrats. They're just fucking leftists. It says that Chris took the helm at CNN last month shortly after longtime President Jeff Zucker exited the network in scandal. His priorities are widely seen as aligned with the leadership of CNN parent Warner Bros. Discovery. CNN, of course, did not comment. Now, last week, Chris told employees in a memo that the network has added a breaking news guideline to its style book to address the overuse of breaking news banner across its network and cable news writ large. He also said that he agrees with the complaints from people both inside and outside the organization of the overuse of breaking news. And it said the truth tellers focusing on informing, not alarming our viewers. And I think a lot of that kind of stems with that increasing of that, hey, click on this article, click on CNN, always be there, is the kind of move to less about selling newspapers and less about ad revenue on TV and more on like, okay, ads that are happening via you clicking on that website and seeing whatever various ads that are certainly on there. I think that was certainly a big part of why that change was even a thing. But CNN is dead as far as I'm concerned. I don't understand why so many people would think that they could revive something like that when you consider how bad it was 2016, between 2016 and 20, but really before that, as Donald Trump was running and through now, really, it just became the mouthpiece for leftists. It did what MSNBC was. MSNBC, but MSNBC doesn't hide it. Where CNN was still trying to present themselves as if they were just independent, detached from being aligned with political parties or political slants, and they just wanted to report honestly on what was happening. No, that was never the case. And then even on some of the stuff that they were reporting, they would get some things disastrously wrong because they weren't sending their best at all. And I think that's the dangers of what happened. I think journalism right now is just a dead kind of honest journalism. That is a dead. It's a dead job. You know what I mean? Because it's not ever like right now. I said this before. I said I put journalists like the main modern journalists, not the like underground guys, but the main modern journalists. I put them in the same. I put them actually under in terms of social value. To me, that is if we're talking about occupations that should be frowned upon, I put that under prostitutes and drug dealers, like hard drug dealers. I think that even, people that do that are above the modern journalists because it's bad. But that's where we're at. And Discovery Plus is trying to revive CNN back to its roots of, I guess, not being as leftist as they were. Still left-leaning, but not as leftist. I just don't know what to tell you other than that's going to be a failed endeavor. Definitely if you got guys like Brian Stelter working for you, Mr. Potato Head. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.